For this project, I had to complete a 5-minute short film on any subject and 2 ancillary tasks which worked together. These were a film poster and a film review. All 3 tasks were created to complement each other and create audience interest. When creating the tasks, we had to make sure they linked together strongly and shared the same features. For example, I made sure that in all of my tasks, I featured either both protagonists or at least one. I also included in my review images that my audience would recognise from the short film. My film's title is another feature which links all of my tasks together, since I've kept it the same in all of my tasks. My film poster and review target my audience in different ways. For example, my film poster was created to attract attention visually, which was done by my 2 characters both holding cards that have words that are associated with OCD on them. This creates enigma codes for the audience. When creating my film poster, I had to discover the many conventions of my genre and my film's narrative, which revolved around medical conditions. These included featuring the main character or characters and a subtle hint to the character's medical condition. For example, the film poster for Filthy Dirty Love features iconography of a medicine capsule that implies the film is about a medical condition. Inside the capsule is a woman hugging a pillow that suggests to the audience that she may be the protagonist. The woman also looks stressed, which implies that she may be struggling and reinforces the narrative of the film even more. I followed these conventions as my film poster features both of my characters clearly and also includes a subtle hint towards the condition they both suffer from. I feel my film poster is effective because it creates enigma codes for the audience that create a large amount of interest. I also think that my poster was created in a different way. It obviously describes a condition to the audience. However, since many people do not know very much about the condition, they will still question what the film revolves around. Whereas my film review was harder to create since it has a very set layout, and it meant that I couldn't show much of my own creativity. This was because we had to base our reviews around a real publication. I decided to choose an issue of Empire magazine, since it's a magazine dedicated to films. I tried to link my review in visually, for example, by including images that featured in my film as the main image of my review. In this picture, it displays a character's condition as it shows him beginning to scrub his hands. I found that writing the review was interesting as it allowed me to experience the role of a film critic. I started by analysing many reviews within Empire to help me create a certain structure that would help me write the review at a later date. I found that each paragraph focused on a different subject, for example, character's sound or how it was received by the audience. I followed this structure since it made it much easier to write. When researching this, I also analysed the film review's layout so it was easier for me to create my own. Where my ancillary tasks would appear is quite a tricky decision, since short films wouldn't typically be featured anywhere apart from YouTube or on a person's blog. This is because they are much harder to advertise. Short films are more likely to appear at a film festival, for example Sundance Film Festival. This is where I decided my film would appear. Within my review's layout, I included in the top left-hand corner a blue arrow, which told my audience that this film was a Sundance Film Festival exclusive. By doing this, it suggests the context to my audience and informs them where they can go to view it. If my film went to cinemas, my ancillary tasks would appear in various places. For example, my review would appear within the pages of Empire magazine, and my film poster in smaller locations, where short films have a wider appeal, so, for example, in areas where an arts university or college is located. They would also be advertised on smaller billboards, for example, at bus stations where people will regularly see them, as my target audience is quite broad.